music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it so that, surfeiting my appetite, will sicken and so die. Oh, that strain again. It had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er me like the sweet sound breathing over a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough. No more. 'Tis not so sweet as it was before.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What, Curio?
The hart.
Oh, so I do, the noblest that I have. When mine eyes did see Olivia, I thought she purged the very air of pestilence. In that instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires, like fell and cruel hounds, e'er since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, till 7 years' heat, shall not behold her face at ample view, but like a cloistress she will veiled walk, all this to season a brother's dead love, which she will keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath the heart of that fine frame, to pay a debt of love but to a brother, how will she love when that rich golden shaft hath flocked any emotions that live inside her? Away before me now with sweet beds of flowers. Love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country, friends, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
What should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved, that you, and those poor numbers saved with you, hung on our driving boat. I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madame. Well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature as a name.
What's his name? Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late, for he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of the count, who had died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died, for whose dear love they say she hath abjured and company of men.
Oh, that I served this lady, that might not be delivered to the world till I had made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That were hard to come past, because she will admit no kind of suit, no, not the duke's.
I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am. I'll serve this duke. Thou shalt present me as a eunuch to him. It may be very worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that will allow me very worth his service. What else may hap, to time I will commit. Only shape thou silence to my wit.
Be you his eunuch, and your mute I'll be, when my tongue blabs and let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I am sure cares an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exception to your ill hours. You must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes are good enough to drink in, and so be these boots, too.
That drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight you brought in one night to be her wooer.
Sir Andrew Aguchi.
Aye, he.
Why, he's as tall a man as Zannies in Illyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year and all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal. They that add moreover, he's drunk, nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there's a passage in my throat and a drink in Illyria. He's a scoundrel and a coistrel that will not drink to her till his brains turn of the toe like a parish top. Ah, here comes Sir Andrew Aggie-Face.
Sir Toby Belch, how now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good Mistress Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost.
You mistake, sir. Accost is to woo her, board her, assail her.
By my troth, I will not take her under this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
Oh, knight, thou lacks a cup of canary.
Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than an ordinary man. But I am a great eater of beef, and I do believe that does more harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, and if she be, it's 4-1 and she'll have none of me. The Count here himself hard by woos her.
She'll none of the Count. She'll neither match above her estate in estate years nor wit. I've heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer, for I'm a fellow of the strangest mind in the world, and I delight in mass and revels sometimes altogether.
What is thy excellence in Galliard, knight?
Thief, I can cut a caper.
Well, I did think by the excellent constitution of thy leg, it was formed under the star of Galliard.
Aye, 'tis strong, and it does indifferent in dun-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Let me see thee caper.
All ye bully rooks with your buckskin boots, best ye go, outrun my paw. All ye bully rooks with your buckskin boots, best ye go, faster than mine arrow.
If the Duke continue these favors towards you, Cesario, you are like to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
We saw Cesario, oh.
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I haven't clasped to you the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Stand at thy door, and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she will never admit me.
Be clamorous, and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak to her, my lord, what then?
Oh, then, unfold the passion of my love. She will address it better in thy youth than in enuncios of a more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy pipe is as shrill and sound and resemplative of a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right out for this affair.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife, whoe'er I woo myself would be his wife.
Life was a willow and it bent before thy will. I have scorned time and time again.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak to you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Fie on him. Go to, Malvolio. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home, or what you will, to dismiss him. By mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate?
It's a gentleman.
What gentleman?
It's a gentleman, you. Lego these pickle herrings.
Cousin, how came you so early by this lethargy?
Lechery. I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Ay, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil, I care not. Give me faith, say I, and I will. Oh, it's all one.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick, he takes it upon him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, madam? He is fortified against any refusal.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so, madam, and he says he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
A very ill manner, madam. He'll speak with you, will you or no.
Of what personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. As a squash is when 'tis almost a peas cod, or a codling when before 'tis an apple. It is when in standing water with him between boy and man. He is very well favored, and he speaks very shrewishly. It is almost as though his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewomen.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
I'll put this veil o'er my face, and will once more hear Ursino's embassy.
Honorable lady of the house, are you she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if you be the lady of the house, for I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to con it.
Whence came you, sir?
Well, I can answer little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentleman, give me modest assurance that you are the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. Yet I swear I am not that I play. Are you the woman of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
If you are she, I will on with my speech in your praise, and show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I have taken great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be feigned. I pray you, keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed my approach rather to wonder at you than to hear from you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not the time of month with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I'll hull here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant, sweet lady.
Sure you have some hideous matter to deliver if the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
We will hear this divinity. What is your text, sir?
Most sweet lady.
A comfortable doctrine, and much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom? In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But let us draw back the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently well done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty true blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive, if you should lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I shall give out divers schedules of my beauty, with every item inventoried to my will, as item 2 lips indifferent red, item 2 gray eyes with lids to them, item 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. Yet if you are the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you.
How does he love me?
With adorations, with fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Though I know him noble, suppose him virtuous, of fresh and stainless youth, yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, in your denial I would find no sense.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of condemned love, and sing them even in the dead of night. Hallow your name to the reverberant hills, and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much.
What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more, unless perchance you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare thee well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, madam. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy limbs, face, actions, and spirit do give thee fivefold blazon. Not so fast, soft, soft. Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio!
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger. He left this ring behind her. Tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter up with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes. I am not for him. If that youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hie thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I do not know what, and fear to find. Mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer? Nor will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignance of my fate might soon distemper yours. Therefore, I shall beg of you your leave. Better that I may face my evils alone. It were a bad recompense of your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know of you whither you are bound.
No sooth, sir. My voyage is mere extravagancy. But this I will express, Antonio. My name is Sebastian, which I call Rodrigo. My father, Sebastian of Messalene, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him, myself, and a sister, both born in an hour. The heavens had been pleased. Would we had so ended. But you altered that, sir, for some hour before she drowned by the breach of the sea.
Alas the day.
A lady, sir, though it was said by many that she resembled me. Yet by many accounts she was beautiful. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what it is you have done, that is, kill him which you have recovered, desire it not. Fare ye well. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else would I very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so, that danger shall see sport, and I will go.
Was it not you, even now, with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, I have since on a moderate pace arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you. You might have saved me my troubles by taking it yourself, but she adds, moreover, that you should put your lord in a desperate assurance that you will none of him. And one thing more, that you be never so bold as to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took no ring of me, I'll none of it.
Come, sir, it was you who peevishly threw it at her, and it is her will that it be returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this, lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me, indeed so much that methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me, sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so as 'tis, A poor lady, she were better love a dream. A disguise I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy it is for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we, for such as we are made of, such we be. How with this Fadge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now alas the day what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe. Time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Robert hath a swift hand. He doth gaze upon the field, and he maketh a plan, and he hath a jaunty cap.
Approach, Sir Andrew. To not be abed after midnight is to be up betimes. Therefore, let us eat and drink. Marian, I say, a stoup of wine. Let us have a song. Good, good. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl? Shall we do that?
Let's do it. I'm a dog at a catch. Let her catch be thou knave.
Good, I faith. Come, begin. She was a city girl, born and raised in Detroit. She took the midnight train going anywhere.
What a caterwauling do we keep here? If my lady had not called up her steward Malvolio and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
He was a city boy, also born in Detroit. He was a city boy. He took the midnight train going anywhere.
For the love of God.
My masters, are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor modesty not to gamble like tinkers at this time of night? Do you make an alehouse of my lady's house with no remorse of voice? Is there no respect for time, manners, nor place in you?
We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Sneak up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you. My mistress made me tell you that, though she harbors you as our kinsman, she is in no way aligned with your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it please you to take leave, she is very well inclined to bid you farewell.
Don't stop believing.
Hold on to that feeling.
Street lights.
Nay, good Sir Toby.
Farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone. Art thou any more than a steward? Dost thou think because thou art virtuous there shall be no more cakes and ale? Go, sir, rub your chain with crumbs. Stoup of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favor for anything more than contempt, you would not yield to this uncivil rule. By my hand, she shall know of it.
Go shake your ears.
'Twas good as a deed to drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge him to the field and then leave him and make a fool out of him.
Do it, knight, I'll write thee a challenge, or deliver thy indignation by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the Count's was today with my lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I cannot gull him into a nayword and make him a common recreation, do not think that I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, possess us.
Oh, I'd beat him like a dog.
The devil that he is so crammed he thinks with excellencies, that it is on his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him, and on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein by the color of his beard, the shape of his leg, the manner of his gait, the expression of his eye, forehead, and complexion, he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very much like my lady your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
I smell a device.
I have it in my nose, too.
He shall think, by the letters that thou wilt drop, that my niece is in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse now would make an ass of him.
Ass I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I plant you two will let the fool make a third, where he shall find the letter. Observe him for the love of mockery. For this night to bed, and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
Before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle true bred. What o' that?
I was adored once too.
That's a bad night. Thou needs send for more money.
If I do not recover your niece, I'm a foul's way out.
Send for more money, knight. If thou not hast her in the end, call me Cuts.
And if I do not, never trust me. Have it how you will.
Come, I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Come, knight. Come, knight.
Good morrow, friends. Now, good morrow. Good Cesario, but that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night, methinks it did relieve my passion much. Come, but one verse.
He is not here, so please your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Feste the jester, a fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. He is about the house.
Seek him out, and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, within the sweet pangs of it, remember me, for such as I am, and all true lovers are, unstead and skittish in all motions else, save in the image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon't, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed in the favor of which it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little, by your favor.
Kind of womanist.
Of your complexion.
She's not worth thee then? What years, I faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old, by heaven.
I think it well, my lord.
Let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affections cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing.
And I think it's kinda funny, I think it's kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. People run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Mad world.
Here's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
I'll pay thy pleasure then. Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now the melancholy god protect thee. I would have men of such constancy put to sea, that their business be everywhere and their intent everything. For that's it that always makes a good voyage out of nothing. Farewell.
Once more, Cesario, give to thee yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her my love, more nobler than the world, prizes not the quantity of dirty lands. The gifts in which fortune hath bestowed upon her, I hold as giddily as fortune itself. But 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, sir.
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some woman, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her, you tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
Make no compare of love a woman can bear me that I owe Olivia.
Aye, but I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. And in faith they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
What's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment like a worm in the bud feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed, much in our vows and little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the brothers, too. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste. Give her this jewel. Tell her my love gives no place. Bide not delay.
For the signal I shall meet thee after dark. Down by the tree where my name and thine are carved.
Why, Signor Fabian? Wouldst thou not like to see the niggardly rascally sheep-biter come by some shame?
You know Marvolio brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
To anger him will fool him black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And if we do not, it is the pity of our lives.
Here comes the little villain. How now, my metal of India?
Get you three into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down the walk. He has been yonder in the sun practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him for the love of mockery. Close, in the name of jesting.
Lie thou there.
For here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me that Olivia did affect me, and I have heard her come this far herself, that she should fancy it should be one of my complexion. And besides, she uses me with more exalted regard than anyone else that follows her. But what is to be said on't?
He's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace! Contemplation makes a rare turkey cock of him. How he jets under his advanced plumes.
Slight, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue.
Pistol him! Pistol him!
Oh, peace! Now he's deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye.
Calling my officers about me, wearing my branched velvet gown. Having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Oh, peace, peace!
And to have the humor of state after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place, as I would they should do theirs, and to call my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
Oh, peace, peace, peace! Now, now!
7 of my people, with an obedient start, go after him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up my watch, or play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches, and curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence be drawn from us with cars, yet peace!
I extend my hand thus, and quench my familiar smile with an austere modem of control.
And does Toby not take a blow of your lips then?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes, which have cast me upon your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab.
Nay, patience, or we break the news of our plot.
And besides, you spend the fortunes of your time with some foolish knight.
That's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew it was I, for many do call me a fool.
I say, what employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her C's, her U's, and her T's. And here she writes her great P's. It is in contempt of question her hand. To the unknown beloved, my historic wishes, her very phrases, by your leave, wax soft she uses to impress Lucrece, with which she uses to steal. 'Tis my lady! To whom should this be?
This wins him, liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know, no man must know. What follows? The number is altered, no man must know. If I could make this to thee, Malvolio!
Hang thee, Brock!
I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucretian knife, with bloodless stroke my heart doth M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
A Fuchsian riddle.
Excellent wench, I say.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Nay, but first, let me see.
What dish of the poison has she dressed him?
I may command where I adore. I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me. She is my lady. I serve her. That there is no obstruction in this and the end. What should be meant by this alphabetical position? Pretend. What should it pretend if I could make that resemble something in me? Softly, M-O-A-I.
Oh, hey, make up that. He has now had a cold scent.
Souter will cry upon it for all this, though it be as rank as a fox.
Malvolio! That begins my name!
Didn't I say he would get it? The cur is excellent at faults.
But there is no constancy in the sequel that severs the position. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
Or I'll crudgle him and make him cry, oh.
Then I comes behind?
Aye, and you had an eye behind you, you might see more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former. And yet to crush this a little, it would do well to serve me, for every one of these letters is in my name. Soft, here comes the prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants, let thy tongue tang with arguments of state, put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee, remember who commended thy yellow stockings? And wish to see thee ever cross guard. I say, remember, go to thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, a fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champion discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will read politic authors. Yes, and I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will devise the very man. I do not fool myself. Ha ha! Thank my stars, I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings and cross-gartered. What have we here? A postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainst my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence, still smile, my dear sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
Haha!
I will not give my part of this sport for a pension of thousands.
I could marry this wench for this device.
So could I too.
No other dowry, but such another jest.
Nor I either.
Here comes my noble goal catcher.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Nay, but say true, it does work upon him?
Like aqua vitae in a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, follow me, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, this being so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to a melancholy that he is, that we shall make him a common recreation. If you will see this, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
Today is gonna be the day that we're gonna throw it back to you.
Safety, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy lute?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
No such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
Art thou not the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool till she be married. I am indeed not her fool, but her corrupter of words.
I think I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
I'll no more with thee. Hold, there's expenses for thee.
Now, Jove, and his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
By my troth, I tell thee, I am almost sick for one. Oh, I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
My lady is within, sir. I will conster to them once you come. What you are, or what you would, are out of my element.
After all, you're my wonderwall.
Fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do so well craves a kind of wit.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
Will you encounter the house? My niece is desirous you should enter, if your trade be to her.
I am bound to your niece. That is, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I do understand what you mean by bidding me taste them.
To go, sir. To enter?
I will answer you with gate and entrance. But we are prevented. Most exquisite, unmatchable beauty, the heaven rains odors on you.
Close the garden gate and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir? Your servant to the Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him I think not on him. For his thoughts I would they were blanks rather than filled with me.
I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, I prithee, I bade you never speak of him again.
Dear lady.
By my leave, beseech me. I did leave, after the last enchantment you gave here, a ring in chase of you. In doing so, I abused myself, my servant, and I fear me, you. Under your harsh construction must I sit, to force in so shameful a cunning, which you knew none of yours. You must have put mine honor at the stake, and baited me with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can make. To one of your receiving, enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hides my heart. So, let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, 'tis very oft we pity enemies.
I prithee, tell me what thou thinkst of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right, I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it were, for now I am your fool.
Cesario, by all the roses of spring, by maidenhood, truth, honor, and everything, I love thee, that maugre all my pride, nor wit nor reason can thy passions hide.
By innocence I swear, and by my youth, I have but one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall be mistress of it, save I alone. So adieu, good madam. Nevermore to you will I my master's tears deplore.
Yet come again, for perhaps you mayst move that heart which now abhors, to like his love.
All ye bully rooks with your buckskin boots, best ye go, outrun my paw. All ye bully rooks with your buckskin boots, best ye go, faster than mine arrow.
No, faith, I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favors to the Count's servingmen than she ever did bestow upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
She did only show favor to this youth in your sight to exasperate you, to waken your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should have then accosted her, and with some excellent jests, you should have banged the youth into dumbness.
Build thy fortunes upon the basis of valor. Challenge me to the Count's youth to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places. My niece shall take note of it. And assure thyself there is no love broker in the world can more prevail in man's commendation with woman than report of valor.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Will either of you bear me a challenge to him?
Go, write it in martial hand. Be cursed and brief. It is no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him. Let there be gall in thy ink. Go about it.
Where shall I find you?
Oh, we'll see thee at the cubicolo. Go.
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been dear to him, lads, some 2,000 strong or so.
We'll receive a rare letter from him, but you'll not deliver it?
Never trust me then, and by all means stir the youth to an answer. Look where the youngest friend of mine comes.
If you desire to laugh yourself into stitches, yon go Malvolios in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered.
Most villainously, he does obey every point in the letter that I dropped to betray him. He does smile in his face into more lines than is in the new map of the augmentation of the Indies. Oh, I know my lady will strike him down, and if she do, he'll smile and take it to great favor.
Come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, though so much as might have drawn one to a longer voyage. But jealousy, what might befall your travel, being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable. My willing love, the rather by these arguments of fear, set forth in your pursuit.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks and ever thanks. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count, his galleys I did some service. Of such note indeed that were I taken here, it would scarce be answered.
Be like you slew great number of his people.
The offense is not of such a bloody nature, albeit the quality of the time in the quarrel might well have given us bloody argument. Only myself stood out, for which, if I be lapsate in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir, here's my purse. In the south suburbs, at the Elephant, is best to lodge. There shall you have me.
Why I your purse?
Haply your eye shall light upon some toy you have desire to purchase. And your store, I think, is not for idle market, sir.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
Said he'll come. How shall I feast him? How bestow of him? For youth is more oft bought than begged or borrowed. I speak too loudly. Where's Malvolio?
He's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He's sure possessed. He does nothing but smile.
Well, call him hither. I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ho-ho!
Smilest thou? I have sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Ooh, sad, lady? I could be sad. This did cause a certain obstruction in the blood, this, cross-gartering. But what of it?
Why, what dost thou, man? What's the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It is in his hands now, and command shall follow. Methinks we do know this sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
Ooh, to bed, aye, madam, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee. Why dost thou smile so, and kiss thy hand so oft?
How now, Malvolio? Why do you appear with such ridiculous boldness in front of my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness, 'twas well writ.
What dost thou mean by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great,
Huh?
some achieve greatness,
What sayst thou?
and others have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee.
Remember who commended thy yellow stocking,
Thy yellow stockings.
and bid that thee approach her, cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered? Why, this is a very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino's is returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people take special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Oh, this concurs directly with the letter she'd send Sir Toby, on purpose that I should appear stubborn to him. For she did incite me in the letter, be opposite with kinsmen, surly with servants, says she. And as she left just now, she did say, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow. Not Malvolio, but fellow. Ah, yes, this all concurs together. What can be said? Nothing that can be can come between me and the total fulfillment of my aims. Well, it is not I, but Jove who is responsible for this, and him I thank.
Which way is he, in the name of sanctity?
Here he is, here he is. How is it with you, sir?
Get off, I discard you. Let me enjoy my private.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did I not tell you? Good Sir Toby, my lady prays you have a care of him.
Aye, does she so?
Go to. Peace, peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How do you, Malvolio? Defy the devil! Consider, he's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
Pray God he be not bewitched.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord!
Prithee, hold thy peace. Do you not see that you move him? Let me alone with him.
There is no way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough, but will not be roughly used.
How now, my barcock? How dost thou, Chuck?
Sir!
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, miss?
No, I warrant you, he'll not hear of godliness.
Go yourselves, all your idle, shallow things. I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Is it possible? His very genius hath taken the infection of the device.
Nay, pursue him now, lest the device take air and taint.
We shall make him mad indeed.
Come, we'll have him bound and in the dark. My niece is already in belief that he's mad. We'll carry it out for our pleasure and his penance. But see.
More matter for a May morning.
Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant you there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Is it so saucy?
Aye, it is. I warrant him. Do but read.
Give me. Man, youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief, and to exceeding good sense. Less.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me.
Good.
Thou killst me like a rogue and a villain.
Still you keep o' the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better. And so look to thyself, thy friend, as thou usest him and thy sworn enemy. Andrew Aguecheek, if this letter will not move him, his legs cannot. I'll give it him.
You may have very fit occasion for it. He is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Go, Sir Andrew, scout me for him at the corner of the orchard. So soon as thou seest him, swear horrible, swaggering accent. gives manhood more approbation than proof would have ever earned him. Away.
Here he comes with your niece. Give them way till he take leave, then presently after him.
Here's this jewel. 'Tis my picture, refuse it not. And I beseech thee to come this way tomorrow. Now, what dost thou ask of me which I shall deny?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How shall I give to him with mine honor what I have already given to you?
I will acquit you.
Come this way tomorrow. Fare thee well. Fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir.
Of what nature the wrong thou hast done him, I know not. But thy interceptor, full of despite, attends thee at the orchard end. Beware in thy preparation, for your assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
You mistake, sir. I'm sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear of any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you bear your life at any price, betake your guard.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
A devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3.
I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men who put quarrel on other purposely to taste their valor. Be like this a man of that quirk?
Sir, no. His indignation derives out of a very competent injury.
This is as uncivil as strange. I pray you, do me this courteous office as to know of the man what my offense is to him. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Signor Fabian, stay you by this gentleman's side till my return.
I pray you, sir, what do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
He is, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could have found in any part of Illyria. I will make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I am one that had rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my metal.
Why, man, he is a very devil. I have not seen such a Virago. I had a pass with him, rapier, scabbard, and all, and he gives me a stuck-in with such a mortal motion that is inevitable.
Pox on it, I'll not meddle with him.
Well, he will not now be pacified. Signor Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it, let him let the matter slip and I'll give him my horse, Grey Capulet.
I'll make the motion. Stand here. This shall end without the perdition of souls. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I have persuaded him the youth's a devil.
He is as equally conceited of him, and pants and looks pale as if a bear were at his heels.
There's no remedy, sir. He will fight you for oath's sake. Therefore, draw for the supportance of his vow. He protests he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew. This gentleman will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you. He has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on, to it.
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you, 'tis against my will.
Put up your sword. If this young gentleman had done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Why, sir, what are you?
One, sir, that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Oh, good Sir Toby, hold! Here come the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
Pray you, sir, put your fists up, if you please.
Very will I, sir, and I promise you I'll give you my horse, Grey Capulet.
This is the man. Do thy office.
Antonio, I arrest thee at the suit of Duke Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well, though now you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you. You stand amazed, but be of comfort. I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, sir? For your kindness you have shown me, I shall lend you something. My having is not much. Hold, there's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Do not tempt my misery, lest that it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid with you those kindnesses I have done for you.
I know of none, nor know I you by voice or any feature.
Oh, heavens themselves.
Come, sir, away.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved with such sanctity of love, and his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
What's that to us? The time goes by. Away!
But oh, how vile and idle proves this god. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good features shame.
The man grows mad. Away with him. Come, come, sir.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly that he believes himself, so not do I. Prove true, imagination, oh, prove true. He named Sebastian, yet my brother no, yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was my brother. And he went, still in this same fashion, color, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, if it be true, tempests are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
A dishonest, paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty lies in leaving his friend in necessity and denying him.
A coward, a most devout coward.
Cuff him soundly, but never draw.
Come, let's see the event.
I dare lay any money 'twill be nothing yet.
Robert hath a swift hand. He doth gaze upon the field, and he maketh a plan, and he hath a jaunty cap.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you!
Are all these people mad?
Come on, sir, hold!
I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria.
I'll be free of thee. What wouldst thou now? If thou darest tempt me further, draw.
What? Nay, I must have an ounce or two of blood from you then.
Hold, Toby! On my life I charge thee, hold!
Madam.
Ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and barbarous caves where manners narrow were preached. Get out of my sight! Be not offended, dear Cesario. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many pranks these ruffians hath botched up.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or else I am mad, or else this is a dream. If it be thus to dream, let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee. Wouldst thou be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
Nay, I prithee, put on this gown and this beard, make him believe thou art Sir Topus, the curate. Do it quickly, I'll call Sir Toby the whilst.
Well, I'll put it on, and I will dissemble myself in it, though it seems I am not tall enough to become the function.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby.
To him, Sir Topus.
What ho, I say, peace in this prison.
The knave counterfeits well, a good knave.
Who calls there?
Sir Topus the curate, who comes to visit Malvolio the lunatic.
Sir Topus, good Sir Topus, get to my lady!
Hyperbolical fiend, how vexest thou this man? Talkest thou of nothing but
Sir Topus,
ladies?
Sir Topus, you must help me. Good Sir Topus, do not think I am mad. They keep me here in darkness.
Thou dishonest Satan. Sayest thou that house is dark?
I say this house is dark as ignorance, though ignorance is as dark as hell. And I say, never was a man so notoriously abused. I am no more mad than you are.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in
Sir
darkness.
Topus! Sir Topus!
And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world.
Fool! Fool! Fool, I say!
Mad world.
Fool! As ever thou wilt deserve well from my hand, get me to a candle and pen, ink, and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Monsieur Malvolio?
I, fool!
Alas, sir, how fell you besides your 5 wits?
No, fool, never was a man so wronged. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
As well, then you are mad indeed, if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
I tell me, they have materialed me here, keep me in darkness, send ministers, assess! And do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise what you say. The minister is here.
Malvolio, Malvolio, thy wits the heavens restore. Endeavor thyself to sleep,
Sir
and leave thy vain bibble.
Sir Tobias!
Maintain no words with him, good fellow.
Who I, sir, not I, sir.
Goodbye, you good Sir Topas.
Marry, amen. I will, sir. I will.
Fool! Fool, I say!
Alas, sir, be patient. What you say, sir, I am shent for speaking to you.
Fool, get me to some pen and to some paper. I am as well in my wits as any man in Illyria.
I will help you to it, but tell me true. Are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
I do not. Fool, I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll ne'er believe a madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you light, and paper, and ink.
Thank you, good fool. I bid thee away.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it. I do see it. And the wonder enwraps me thus. Yet 'tis not madness. Where is Antonio? I could not find him at the Elephant. His counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, or else the lady's mad, yet if it twere, she could not sway her house, command her fellows with such smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that's deceivable. And yet, here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, come with me and with this holy man to the chantry by. There, before him and underneath the consecrated roof, plight me with the full assurance of your faith, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. He shall conceal it, whilst you are willing it should come to note what time we will our celebration keep according to my birth. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man, and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Life was a willow and it bent before thy wind. I have scorned time and time again.
It's the man, sir, that did rescue me.
His face I do remember well, yet the last time I saw it, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war.
Orsino, this is that Antonio that took the phoenix and her fraught from Candy, and this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private brabble did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness has brought thee to thy mercy, whom thou in terms so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonio never yet was thief or pirate, though I confess on basing ground enough, Orsino's enemy. A witchcraft drew me hither, that most ingrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas, enraged and foamy mouth, did I redeem. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the dangers of this adverse town. I drew to defend him when he was beset, where being apprehended, he denied me mine own purse, which I had recommended to his use not half an hour before.
How can this be?
When was it he came?
Today, my lord. And for 3 months, no interim, not a minute's vacancy, both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Heaven walks on earth. For thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months now this youth hath tended upon me. But more of that anon. Take him aside.
Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam?
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario? How now, my lord?
My lord would speak, my duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel?
Still so constant, lord.
You, uncivil lady, whose ingrate and unauspicious altar my soul the faithfulest offerings hath breathed upon ere devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even would it please my lord that shall become him.
Why shall I not, had I the heart to do so? This your minion, whom I know you love, and whom, by heaven, I swear I hold tender, him I will tear out of thine cruel eye, where he sits crowned in your spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe with mischief. I'd sacrifice a lamb that I do love, to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I most willingly to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than I love these eyes, more than my life, more than all Moors ere I shall love wife.
I me detested! How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Has it been so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come, away.
Whither, my lord? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
Aye, husband. Can he that deny?
Her husband, sirrah?
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario, take thy fortunes up. Be that thou knowest thou art, and then thou art will be as great as thou fearest. Welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee by thy reverence here to unfold what thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by interchangement of your rings, and all the ceremonies of this compact, sealed in my function by my testimony, since toward my grave I have traveled but 2 hours.
O thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou do when time has sown a grizzle on thy case? Farewell. And take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth shall never meet.
My lord, I too protest.
For the love of God, a surgeon, send one presently to Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
Has broke my head across and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a fool, but he's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario?
Why do you speak on me? I never hurt you. You put fists upon me without cause, yet I bespake you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. Here comes Sir Toby halting. You shall hear more.
How now, gentlemen? How is't with you?
That's all one. Has hurt me. That's the end on it.
Oh, he's drunk.
Then he's a rogue in a passing measures pavet. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him. Who hath made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because we'll be dressed together.
Will you help an asshead? A coxcomb, a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull.
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam, I have hurt your kinsman. But had it been the brother of my blood, I would have done with no less wit and safety. You throw strange regard upon me.
One face, one voice, one habit, and 2 persons. A natural perspective, that is and is not.
Antonio! Oh, my dear Antonio! How the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee!
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in 2 is not more twin than these 2 creatures.
Most wonderful.
Which is Sebastian?
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. I had a sister whom the waves and surges devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such Sebastian was my brother too, so went he suited to his watery tomb.
Were you a woman, as the rest were even, I would let my tears fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned in Viola.
My father hath a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
And died that very day from when she was born. Viola had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. He finished indeed his mortal act the day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing lets us to be happy both but this, my masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me, till each circumstance of place, time, fortune do cohere and jump, that I am Viola. To which to confirm, I'll bring you to this captain in the town, wherein lie my maiden's weeds, by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All occurrences of my fortune since have been between this lady and this lord.
So comes as lady, you have been mistook. You are betrothed to both a man and maid.
If if this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I am to share in this most happy wrap. Boy, thou hast told me 1,000 times thou never wouldest love a woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings keep as true as doth the orbed continent of fire that severs day and night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did first bring me on shore hath my maiden's garments. He has, upon some action, been in durance at Malvolio's suit. A gentleman and follower of my lady's.
He shall release him. Fabian, fetch Malvolio hither. Alas, now I remember me, the poor gentleman. They say he's much distract.
He has here writ a letter to you.
Did he write this?
Aye, madam.
See him delivered, Fabian. Bring him hither. So please you, my lord, these things further thought on, to think me as well as a sister as my wife, as will be once crowned the alliance on it. So please you, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done to him, so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
Sister, you are she.
Is this the madman?
I, my lord, this is the same. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Madam, you have. Pray you, take this letter. You can tell me not now, it is your hand. Tell me, in the modest honesty of honor, tell me why you have cast the clear lights of favor upon my hand. Tell me why you have bade me come in cross-gartered and wearing yellow stockings. Tell me why you have asked me to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. Tell me why!
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though I confess 'tis much like the character. But it is out of the question 'tis Maria's hand. And now bethinks me it was she who first told me thou wast mad. Then thou camest in smiling, and in such a manner that was presupposed upon thee in this letter.
Good madam, hear me speak. Most freely I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Marvolio here, upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts we had conceived against him. Maria writ the letter at Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her.
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee.
I will be revenged upon the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come, for so you shall be while you are a man, but when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.